The internet is blazing tonight. And believe me when I say that what you're going to hear will alter your entire perspective. Brooke Bailey, Chrissy Lampkin, and Jim Jones. Ignore what you read in the blogosphere. Ignore the meticulously planned reality TV scenes. Because we're bringing you this shocking leak that's rocking the hip-hop scene tonight. The family's careers and reputations. According to recent leaks circulating on social media, Brooke Bailey has indeed been involved in a cover-up so audacious and careless that fans are referring to it as the greatest betrayal in the history of hip-hop and love. Forged signatures, covert late-night courthouse visits, and, as if that weren't enough, it appears from leaked texts that Chrissy Lampkin has been fully unaware of the situation and has been caught off guard by documents that she hasn't even signed. Here's the actual deal, though. According to insiders, those marriage documents contain a secret clause, a provision that would give Brooke Bailey control over Jim Jones' wealth, property, and potentially custody disputes involving the most recent family drama. And believe me, is only the beginning, because you will see that this story is not only nasty, but legendary once we play you the covert recordings, the violent altercations, and the widely shared fan reactions. Like lightning, the controversy burst out. A single second. On Instagram, Brooke Bailey was beaming. Post cryptic captions about legal blessings and fresh starts. Screenshots began to circulate. Screenshots that rocked TikTok, Twitter, and every gossip blog on the planet. The screenshots seemed to be marriage documents that Jim Jones himself had signed. Here's the worst part, though. The second line of the signature, it said Brooke Bailey in place of Chrissy Lynn's name. Fans initially assumed it had to be a staged photo stunt. The voice memo that was leaked then appeared. "He doesn't even know I have the papers," the frightened, quiet voice murmured. "They were never seen by Chrissy. It's finished after it's filed. I own Jim." The fuse was lit by that one leak. By dawn, the Jim Jones marital controversy was making headlines all over the world. Supporters wanted explanations. Theories went viral on Twitter. Thus, Chrissy's name was forged on the marriage license by Brooke. Crazy for years. Chrissy has been keeping Jim in check so that Brooke may do this. Cancel her, please. Goes beyond reality television. Someone is going to prison. However, a second leak was discovered a few hours later, making matters worse. This time, a PDF attachment is circulating through fan forums and group chats. The document looked to be a marriage license signed by Jim himself. According to insiders, Brooke had a relative, a clerk, and contacts at the courthouse who were willing to put paperwork through the system late at night for a fair fee. The treachery then began to spin out of control. Insiders claim that Chrissy Lampkin learned about it on social media in the same manner as the rest of us. Imagine drinking your morning coffee and browsing through your phone when you unexpectedly notice your man's name on the marriage certificate of another lady. According to witnesses, Casey blew up. According to a close friend of CZ, she screamed, "She forged me out of life," as she slammed a wine glass against the wall. The dramatic collapse was captured on a hazy live TikTok video. As Jim attempted to soothe her, her admirers said they could hear Chrissy yelling in the background. The video went viral right away. Can you hear Chrissy in the rear? Her voice is broken. In real time, treachery sounds like this. Tragic. She has never cried like that before. Jim is finished. But hold on, it gets even juicier. The world believed it had seen the worst of it until a rumored leak between Brooke Bailey and Jim Jones appeared. A late-night rendezvous was depicted in the communications. Assurances and a startling statement that went viral on the internet. Chrissy can't yet be aware of this, Jim. It's too late once the paper is clear. Those DMEs, whether authentic or fake, catch on like wildfire. Replicate Jim's voice. Fans slowed down audio clips, published them on Reddit forums, and demanded screenshots. The harm was already done. Celebrities began to weigh in by dusk. Hip-hop bloggers, love and hip-hop celebrities, and even unrelated musicians fueled the flames. Casey wrote, "Told y'all, some of these marriages in VH1 land aren't what they seem." Safri shared a story on Instagram. The streets are filthy, man. Despite 50 cents, I'm praying for Chrissy. Drama is something I never miss. Clown Jim posted a meme with the description, "How to get married twice without realizing it." Defrost. The internet was unable to stop guessing, laughing, and sobbing. There was a fresh twist, a new leak, or a new emotional breakdown every hour. A hidden recording of an audio clip purportedly from a furious altercation in Jim's home was leaked to a gossip YouTube channel with millions of subscribers, just as admirers believed they had pieced together the truth. This is how the muted argument went. Chrissy yelling, "Jim, show me the documents." "Show me the documents she signed." Jim is upset. "Chrissy, it's not what it seems." Chrissy is in tears. "Don't tell me lies. You allowed her to use a pen in place of me." Even if the recording ended abruptly, shockwaves were still sent. The fans were completely rocked. Chrissy's heartache was now leaking onto social media. Jim's reputation was on a downward spiral, as well as Brooke Bailey. She said nothing. Not even a subtweet, not a post, not a word. It was made worse by that quiet. Supporters began accusing her of purposeful silence. While her name was at the top of the global charts, she waited for the storm to pass. However, a fresh insider leak emerged when the pressure could not be increased further. One that endangered the Jones empire as a whole, not simply Jim's reputation or Chrissy's affections. Jones empire. And for good reason, what follows will completely unravel this tale. When a fresh bombshell emerged, the storm just got worse. This time, it came from a courthouse insider who was prepared to take a big chance for a quick 15 seconds of viral fame late one evening. A blurry picture of the disputed marriage documents was posted by an unidentified user. The plot took an apocalyptic turn at this point, though. Fans couldn't believe the surprising, well-planned clause at the very bottom of the document, which was scrawled in legalese, wasn't taken directly from a movie script. The leak claims that a provision granting Brooke Bailey legal control over Jim Jones' property, assets, and even future earnings was inserted in her purportedly falsified marriage documents. To put it plainly, Brooke could legitimately take control of over half of Jim's empire if the documents were filed and accepted. The internet blew up. Chrissy wasn't only replaced with Brooke Bailey. Jim's entire life was stolen by her. This scamming energy is on a whole new level. This story is a better choice for Netflix. Jim's mother was correct all along. The issue wasn't Chrissy. Brooke was. Suddenly, Mama Jones came into the conversation. In a furious Facebook broadcast, "Fans, I warned you all right away that these women weren't faithful. All they want is what my son got. Brooke, Chrissy ought to have kept her eyes open. She had best pray she doesn't see me in Harlem because I'll take the papers from her." Within hours, Mama Jones and Brooke Bailey were trending alongside the video, which went viral. Support for her was poured into her comments by fans, making her the scandal's unanticipated hero. The true mayhem, however, began at precisely 3 a.m. when Brooke Bailey finally spoke. Brooke shared a sleek Instagram reel in black and white, with Beyoncé's apology blasting in the background. Brooke was seen looking straight into the camera and leafing through what appeared to be legal documents without any explanation or commentary. Fans yelled, "Not her," doubling down in response to the post. "This woman, a wicked genius. Chrissy, you'd better get a lawyer." The 1 million views in less than 2 hours. It was reposted on every gossip website. Despite every fan breaking it down frame by frame, Brooke would not provide an explanation. She fueled the craze with silence, leaving people speechless with questions. Chrissy Lynn's emotional breakdown, meanwhile, kept coming to light in public. According to friends, she secluded herself in her apartment, ignored calls, and went through phases of sadness and wrath. "After all, I provided him." One neighbor even said, "This is how he plays me." And she was observed pacing her balcony at 4 o'clock in the morning while yelling into her phone. The last altercation then ensued. Word surfaced by insiders that Chrissy and Brooke met in person at a VH1 exclusive event. The room was said to be completely appended by the altercation. Witnesses compared the incident to a heavyweight bout. Chrissy rushed in, dressed all in black. Two friends with champagne glasses flanked Brooke, who smirked with his eyes burning. You could cut through the tension with a knife because it was that thick. Witnesses claim that Chrissy didn't spend any time. Do you believe that a piece of paper can be used to steal my man? Do you believe you can get rid of me? Back.com was purportedly shot by Brooke, but it was nasty. Erase you, my love. The courts have already done so. The audience let out a gasp. A drink leaked. Chrissy lunged before security intervened. A shaky fan video featuring a full-on emotional outburst went viral right away with the hashtag #ChrissyVestBrooke. Fans were astounded by what they saw. VH1 would be better off airing this tape uncut since it is the Super Bowl of love and hip-hop drama. Chrissy, this breakdown is worthy of an Oscar. The consequences were immediate. The clip was posted. Brooke was outraged. You didn't just promise me documents. Don't play me like Chrissy, Jim. I'm not her. Jim yelling. If you remain silent, you'll get what's rightfully yours. Don't spoil this for us both. The connotation was obvious. Brooke wasn't simply aware of it. Allegedly, she was requesting authority. In the last clip, the third recording completely destroyed the allegiance of the fans. Chrissy's voice was a shattered, shuddering scream. You misled me. You allowed her to use a fake name. You allowed her to take the documents from me. Jim gave a chilly, calculating, and unforgettable reaction. You weren't allowed to see those documents, Chrissy. It became the year's most quoted and most remembered sentence. It was blasted on TikTok audios, printed on t-shirts, and even made into viral remixes by fans. Chrissy, however, did not find this amusing. It was destruction. Chrissy went into a complete emotional breakdown, according to those close to the pair. According to friends, she spent days by herself in a hotel suite, sobbing on the floor, going without food, and repeatedly listening back to the leaked tape. Reporters were informed by an unnamed source that she feels as though her whole life with Jim has been destroyed and replaced by a signature. The purported public confrontation between Chrissy and Jim marked the horrifying climax of the emotional breakdown. She was captured on camera outside a restaurant in Manhattan. Mascara shouted, "You're not even a man," as she streaked. "You're a phony." She was pulled away by security, but the video went viral right away. There were splits on the internet. Keep Chrissy safe at all costs. The bad guy is Brooke. The mastermind is Jim. This transcends love. Hip-hop, too. Empire destruction is what this is. And the reason for empire destruction was that the leaks did more than just break Chrissy's heart. They tore apart Jim's money. If the leaks were to be believed, the audio files contained information on money transfers, secret accounts, and a startling scheme to transfer assets under Brooke's name. Jim was more than just enmeshed in a romantic triangle. Allegedly, he had a plot in place to safeguard his wealth. The consequences were instantaneous as Brooke was in possession of the keys. Supporters called for VH1 to remove Brooke Bailey from all upcoming programs. Bailey from all upcoming endeavors. Supporters of Chrissy Lampkin started a #JusticeForChrissy campaign that went viral for several days. Legends in the field also had something to say. Some papers aren't worth your soul, Cardi B tweeted. SMH, the scandal became too significant to overlook. Podcasts, late-night TV, and news sources all jumped in. The largest celebrity betrayal of the decade had evolved from what had begun as a clumsy love and hip-hop plot. And Brooke, in a breathtaking Instagram Live that was seen by 500,000 people, dropped the ultimate bomb. The marriage documents were in Brooke's well-groomed hands as she sat in front of a desk, calm, grinning. "You all wanted the truth," she continued, looking directly into the camera. "Here it is. These documents are authentic. And I am the one in charge, regardless of how many tears Chrissy sheds or how many justifications Jim offers." He was aware. He put his signature there. The empire is now mine. She winked and turned off the camera to cease the live stream. The fans went crazy. The comments were utterly disorganized. This is level 10 villain conduct. Chrissy is worthy of better. Jim is worthy of worse. Brooke is worthy of a spin-off reality program, Make a Call to Netflix. It's already a documentary series. And Brooke's public ownership of the documents was the last nail in the coffin. Jim was revealed as a complicit party, and Chrissy was left emotionally devastated. The crisis escalated to a level that the culture had never experienced before. There were no solutions at the end of the story. Questions were raised at the end. Would Chrissy file a lawsuit? Is Jim's career going to last? Would Brooke be held legally responsible for fabricating documents? Or did Jim sign enough to keep her safe? And who would take it all? What about the empire, the money, and the assets? Nobody was aware. However, one thing was for sure. The way that fans view Chrissy Lampkin, Jim Jones, and Brooke Bailey would never be the same. There was more to this than drama. This was an act of treachery. There you have it. The scandal is so enormous that it seems like the whole entertainment industry has completely collapsed. Jim Jones was stuck in between two women. A signature removed Chrissy Lampkin. Additionally, Brooke Bailey possesses documents that have the power to alter history. The recordings, the meltdowns, the betrayals. This goes beyond mere rumors. Drama like this is what makes a generation. It's your turn to weigh in now, though. Do you think Brooke Bailey is indeed in possession of those documents? Is Jim Jones merely a man caught in his own lies? Or is he a skilled manipulator? Above all, is this the last betrayal that puts a stop to everything? Or will Chrissy Lampkin ever recover from this? I must speak with you. Post your views in the comments section right now in their purest, most unadulterated form. Pour water on them. Let's transform the comment area into the most exciting online courtroom, where fans deliver the verdict that VH1 and the tabloids are too afraid to publicly state and don't merely remark on. You're locked in if you're still viewing at this point. Click like until the button goes blue. To ensure you don't miss the next bombshell, hit subscribe while the bell is on. Because believe me, what follows makes this seem like a warm-up. This is not the end of the narrative. There will be more leaks soon. There will be more receipts found. You'll hear it here first when they do. So fasten your seatbelt. This journey is just began.